Will Estes has spent a large portion of his life in and out of the spotlight, but during the last few years, he has returned to it without pausing as he has continued to establish his name and add even more noteworthy jobs to his record. He has recently spent a lot of time working on Blue Bloods with Tom Selleck, honing in on his acting abilities. So what was Will doing from childhood until he reached Blue Bloods? Let's find out. So how exactly did he land his role on Blue Bloods? It's safe to say that Blue Bloods is one of the greatest cop shows of all time. After 12 years on the air, Blue Bloods is unique in so many ways, but its characters are what keep the show interesting over time. Blue Bloods can be both a character drama and a police procedural by focusing on the Reagan family. Jamie Reagan, the youngest member of a long line of devoted NYPD cops, is portrayed by Will Estes. Since the start of the show, Jamie has been through many changes. He joins the police department as a rookie, rises through the ranks, saves people's lives on the daily, and even marries the woman he always dreamed of. Estes' portrayal of the role has captivated viewers for more than 10 years, and Jamie has truly grown into himself. Now, it's no secret that Estes has been employed for a long time, much like Jamie, so let's examine Estes' professional background in detail to learn more about Jamie Reagan's acting abilities. Estes admitted to CBS Watch that when he initially read the Blue Blood script, he liked it right away, but he was aware that in order to land the role of Jamie Reagan, he would need to leave a long-lasting impression on the producers. He ensured his portrayal was so convincing that the producers thought he was Jamie. Before receiving an offer for the part, Estes told the publication that he had 4 auditions for it. The following is what Estes had to say about the Blue Bloods casting process. He explained that he actually only had 4 auditions in total. However, it felt like he had 11. He also disclosed that no one at the time knew, but he was pretty much broke, so when they took a chance on him, it boosted his confidence. Starting from the very beginning, his first acting role was in the film The New Lassie. Finding roles is challenging enough for even the most seasoned actors, but the options accessible to young actors are even more limited, as you can imagine. Will Estes found success again when he earned the lead part on The New Lassie after a few successful auditions with children's talent agencies. Estes, who played the character of Will Nipper in 48 episodes over the period of 3 years, was just 10 years old when the series debuted in 1989. "I've had dogs my whole life, and I think that may have been why I got the position," Estes remarked to Smashing Interviews in the future. After the audition, he discovered that several of the other kids were dog-phobic. Thus, his familiarity with canine co-stars made him a better actor and the most obvious pick for the role. Will Estes then went on to appear in Baywatch, Harry and the Hendersons, Full House, It Had to Be You, Boy Meets World, Kirk, Diagnosis Murder, Seventh Heaven, Kelly Kelly, American Dreams, and Law & Order Special Victims Unit after The New Lassie. He even co-starred with Matthew McConaughey in the movie U-571 from 2000. He also made an appearance in The Dark Knight Rises, a 2012 Christopher Nolan Batman movie. Pretty impressive, right? Next up, he has featured alongside Jon Bon Jovi more than once. Will Estes has worked with some fantastic co-stars throughout the course of his career, but one of them also happens to be a full-on rock star. The movie U-571, which was released in 2000, portrays the tale of American spies breaking into a Nazi submarine during World War II to decipher German codes for the Allies. Estes collaborated on the movie alongside actors and musicians such as Jon Bon Jovi, Bill Paxton, and Matthew McConaughey. The relationship between Estes and the rocker continued. In fact, Bon Jovi produced a music video for the song It's My Life not long after the premiere of U-571. A very random fact is that Estes once won the TV game show Jeopardy! Being a Jeopardy champion is interesting and impressive in and of itself, since it shows that the contestants have a wealth of information stored up in their brains for use at any time. It's not difficult to conceive that someone could know so much about so many different topics, but it's absolutely outstanding that someone could use that knowledge so rapidly. He really is a man of many talents. One of his favorite pastimes is construction. Everyone requires a pastime. Will Estes has a busy schedule between acting and advocacy, but even he needs to take a break now and then. Maybe it's not all that unexpected that his favorite pastime is a full day's work. On the daytime talk show, he shyly confessed more than 10 years ago, "Construction's been a little bit of a pastime of mine." Estes is far from a casual enthusiast. He's highly knowledgeable about tiling, construction, and other home improvement projects. Another almost big step in his career, he was very close to meeting one of his idols, Christian Bale. Will Estes' career has largely been spent in television. From The New Lassie set, he's visited Seventh Heaven, Heaven, American Dreams, Blue Bloods, and other places. But along the way, Estes found the time to play small parts in a few big-budget movies, one of which was Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises. Estes portrays a rookie police officer in the movie, and when Batman makes a dramatic return to Gotham City and soars by the rookie's patrol car on the Batcycle, the rookie is taken aback. Estes is the first to confess that his part in the movie is minor enough to be easily missed, but that didn't stop him from being excited about being a part of it. Additionally, he takes his training for roles very seriously. Every actor approaches role preparation in a different way. Some actors adopt the role they're playing to the letter, while others simply study their lines and let the action unfold naturally in front of the camera. Will Estes performs a routine in the middle of the two. Estes has such extensive training that he has successfully deceived an NYPD investigator in the past. He told Men's Journal that a real detective approached him while filming a scene in Times Square and began inquiring about the position. The detective didn't realize Estes was an actor until his buddy pointed out to him that the brass on his outfit wasn't for a real police department. Estes talks about his journey to becoming an actor in an interview with Taylor magazine. He said to the publication that he didn't pick acting. Acting chose him. He had a passion for it, and pursuing it felt natural to him. Estes claimed he had no interest in pursuing any other line of work. He explained that he grew up in Los Angeles, so instead of pursuing a career in acting, it pursued him in a sense. He then realized that there was nothing else he actually wanted to do, so he stuck with it, and thankfully he did. Furthermore, he has received training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and gymnastics, and he places a high value on education. In contrast to some people who act, he can actually fight, and if he truly tries, probably prevail most of the time. Jiu-Jitsu, particularly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is nothing to trifle with, and those who are proficient enough to use it in combat are not to be trifled with. Simply put, the style is swift, brutal, and powerful. Furthermore, he is adamant that education is the key to success in life, and learning as much as you can is of the utmost importance. Although many performers hold this belief, only some really discuss it when not being encouraged. Will really looks up to and admires his co-star Tom Selleck. The renowned actor Tom Selleck earned an Emmy for his performance on Magnum P.I. back in the 1980s. He has been portraying Police Commander Frank Reagan on Blue Bloods for more than 10 years, and his character is a crucial figurehead for everyone else. Will Estes claims that Selleck is just as much a driving force behind the show as he is on screen. Estes' response to the Better Connecticut host's question about what he believes keeps audiences turning into Blue Bloods week after week was uncomplicated. Tom Selleck. Even though Estes appeared to be teasing a little, he said Selleck is always the most knowledgeable and well-prepared person on set. Every Blue Bloods actor goes to him for guidance when they need it. Estes had been acting for decades by the time he joined Blue Bloods, but he claims that Selleck taught him a ton about character development, narrative, and entertaining an audience. Estes sees Blue Bloods as equally Selleck's show as it is anyone else's. Finally, before his time on Blue Bloods, he once had to portray the part of a paraplegic character. The purpose of this was for the play The Dive from Clausen's Pier. Not being able to move anything from your neck down would be a little challenging because many individuals who still have functioning neural systems and can move their bodies tend to take it for granted. It would be one thing to have to behave like a paraplegic. When you have power to move your legs or reach up, it's too simple. Unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we have for today. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.